Well, we see that the LRDC has been kicking up dust over the last couple of weeks. But of course, let's take a look at this. Give us a brief background of the report itself first.
The LRDC report, which was done in 2012, called the Totomai Report, was done after a process of consultations countrywide. You may recall that I had been complaining, saying that people are not attending the consultations, but I've been attending consultations as well with political parties to supplement. So directly with political parties, those that couldn't travel to Windhoek, we went to them. We met the NGO community as well. And proposals were made. This is a discussion paper. Now, what normally happens is that to give people wake up their ideas, entice them to discuss, you publish something with proposals, and then they react to it. So that's what we did. And we got the reactions. Some of them were positive, negative, whatever, on all variety of issues. And then we are now at the phase where we're drafting our final report. So this report is a 2012 report, a discussion document, which it leads to the report now. The suggestion for many issues are contained in there. Ward system, for example, for many towns. By that I mean that in a city like Windhoek, where it's a big city, not towns, you could have a local councillor elected from your, say, constituency, because then you'd create a constituency. So you no longer would you have a councillor representing you from a neighborhood that's not yours. The idea being that person from your area understands what your needs are.
In terms of this, of course, you're looking at additional 28 proposed MPs. Let's talk about that. What were some of the reasons that contributed to the increase in this number?
Okay, that proposal in question is premised on the need to enhance democratic participation by the populace through their elected leaders by enhancing the capacity of the committees in Parliament. So if you may recall that there's been a lot of discussion about should the executive sit in the National Assembly. And I think they should, so that because they're accountable to the body. That's the direct representatives of the people. But then you increase their numbers so that the committees can function. So that now you're diluting the number of the National Assembly members who are members of the executive, cabinet, or deputy ministers, etc. That was the reasoning. That particular proposal went along the lines that you would then take the National Council members, leave them as they are, but add 28 more, because that was based on, per region, 2 per region, add them to the 72, and then you'd have a mixed representation. Now, you know that there are 2 electoral systems. First past the post for the National Council, Regional Council, that, you know, when it takes all, and the proportional representation system for the National Assembly. So that would be the mix. That was the idea we put out there so that we can entice discussion. That's the purpose of a discussion document.